the peak travel season of the year for the Northern Hemisphere. And I say Northern Hemisphere because currently the Southern Hemisphere is going through their winter season. But we're smack dab in the middle of the summer season here in the United States and across Europe. And most people take the opportunity during the summer season to travel and go on vacations with their families, since the kids are out of school and it's the perfect time to get away and take a break from work. And I've done a couple of trips recently. I went to Atlanta for a family get together. It was a road trip with a 4-month-old. It was a 13-hour drive and she was a trooper. She traveled so well, and I'm looking forward to upcoming trips. I have a couple of work trips scheduled as well as a wedding that I need to attend, and I am taking a trip to Jamaica with the little one. But I was thinking about how I pack my makeup for travel. It's usually the last thing that I pack, and I tend to pack the same things over and over again. And it dawned on me that maybe I should go ahead and pack a standby makeup go bag that I don't have to repack each time. It's just there for whenever I am going on a trip. I can grab it and go. I may add a couple of extra items, but this bag can be my standby bag with my tried and true products that I always pack, that are in travel sizes, that don't need to sit in my permanent collection. And most of these products are favorites, so I end up having duplicates anyway, so I can reserve those and set them aside specifically for travel. And when it comes to my tools and brushes, I have such a large collection that I can set aside a curated set of brushes that are in different sizes and shapes that I use all the time, and set them aside in that travel bag as well. So if you want to see what I would pack in my makeup go bag, let's go ahead and get right into it. Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back, and I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. If you're also back, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again. But if you're new and maybe you like what you see, please consider subscribing. We have tons of fun here on the channel talking about makeup and all things beauty. And as I mentioned in the long introduction, we are going to go through my makeup collection and pack a makeup go bag, similar to like an emergency situation. And I do not want to minimize an emergency situation at all, but it's conceptually similar, okay? And you know what? Now that I mention it, I'm going to do a quick PSA and tell you to go ahead and pack an emergency go bag with your essentials: water, passports, identification, cash, just in case you need to evacuate your home on short notice. Emergencies arise all the time, and sometimes you just need to go. We're in the peak of hurricane season here in Florida, so that's something that I have actually packed and set aside. And now with a baby, I also have her go bag. So if I need to leave the house with her, I can grab that bag and go. And I'm using, again, the same concept towards this makeup go bag. I tend to travel a lot during the summer season, and now that I'm back to work and my baby's a little bit older, I'll be traveling a lot more. So I wanted to have this bag ready to go at a moment's notice, so I don't have to think too much about it when I'm rushing to pack. I just want to grab and go. So I'm going to show you the products that are tried and true. They're favorites, so much so that I have duplicates and I can, again, reserve these for travel, but also my travel size options. They may not be ultimate favorites, but they're still tried and true products that are in travel sizes, and they're easy to take on the go. So let's go ahead and show you what I would pack in my makeup go bag. All right, so here's what happened. I lucked out because Ulta is having a buy one, get one on select minis of skincare and makeup, and I took advantage of that sale to grab some minis of my favorite products. And I'm hoping that you guys can also take advantage of it. The sale lasts from now until August 2nd. If you're seeing this, that means the sale is still going on. If not, I edited this part out. Okay, Bye. All right, so here's my stash of minis of makeup and skincare. These are different minis that I've picked up through travel sets, bestseller kits that are available through Sephora or Ulta, or just straight up minis that are available from the different brands. So we're gonna go through these and select the ones that I wanna include in my go bag. I think the easiest place to start is with skincare, specifically cleansers and moisturizers. So I have my favorite face wash to travel with. This is from Origins. It's the Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. I use this in the full size, so I am happy to have this as a mini, and it's perfect for travel. I also have my mini Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I cannot travel without a cleansing balm and a cleansing oil to take my makeup off at the end of the day. And this size is perfect. And the Clinique Cleansing Balm is one of my favorite ones. So perfect to have as a mini. And this is sold as a mini through Clinique, as is the Origins Checks and Balances. So you can get these at any time. You don't have to wait on a set. Another part of my skincare routine is my Shuimura Skin Purifier Pore Finish to Sakura Refreshing Cleansing Oil. That's too much. That is too much. But this is my first step in my double cleanse method. That or the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. Either one of these would work, but I really love the Shuimura cleansing oil. So I usually take this, but as you can see, I'm down to like just a little bit. I can refill this bottle though, so I always keep this on hand. So I want to actually keep both. So I'm gonna have these three as my two-step cleansing method. Now, I contemplated also taking the makeup remover from Clinique, the liquid option. I think though, if I have the oil and the balm, I should be good. But this is also a good option to have from Clinique, so we're not gonna take this. I also like to take a physical exfoliant because my skin tends to go through it when I travel, and I just feel like sometimes I need that extra boost of exfoliation. So my favorite one for that is from Dermalogica. This is the Daily Microfoliant. It is their brightening rice-based powder exfoliant. So it is a powder form where you kind of pour it out into your hand and then add a little water and it creates a little paste. It's not too gritty at all. It's like ground up rice or barley. It's almost like oatmeal when you create that paste, and it smells divine. So definitely want to have that in my arsenal. Then this is one thing that I made sure I picked up during one of the Sephora sales when they had a mini kit. So this is from Glow Recipe. It's their Strawberry Smooth BHA plus AHA Salicylic Serum. Ooh, that's dirty. Hold on. What is that little gunk? Don't embarrass me. Oh my God. All right, we're back. Salicylic acid is my perfect AHA, so I wanted to have this as kind of my clarifying step. Again, I want to have an exfoliant in my arsenal for travel, so this is my chemical option. So definitely taking this, and look at the size, it's like perfect for travel. And then for my moisturizer, I am thinking the Origins Ginseng Energy Boosting Gel Moisturizer. This you can get as a part of a set from Origins. They do this every year, and I think they have this just permanently available. Yeah, they do. So here's a mini set from Ulta. They have the Checks and Balances face wash. They have this charcoal face mask, their Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience Treatment Lotion, their Plantscription Youth Serum, and then the moisturizer. So you have a couple of serums and then the face mask if you wanted to do that. Yeah, so if you wanted to grab them that way, that's a great option as well. All right, so we have face wash, double cleanse step, moisturizer, and exfoliants. I feel like I want to have another moisturizer on hand. I'm gonna grab this one from Peter Thomas Roth. It's the Water Drenched Hyaluronic Cloud Rich Barrier Moisturizer. It's very lightweight. I got this as a birthday gift from Sephora, so I'm just gonna add that to the pile because why not? And then I want a heavier moisturizer just in case I want to do like an overnight step. So I have this one from Glow Recipe. It's the Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream. Hyaluronic acid and I get along well, so we're gonna pack this one as my little extra. Oh my god, why are all the Glow Recipe ones so gunky? What happened? Oh my god, excuse me, but skincare is kind of taken care of, but you guys are gonna tell me I need sunscreen, right? I know, you guys have been harping on me about sunscreen, and I feel like Dermalogica heard you guys and sent me this in PR. So they sent me the Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50. Ooh, SPF 50 is great. It's a firming and age defending daily moisturizer. He sent me the full size so I can keep this in my collection, and a travel size. I feel like they are clocking me, and so this is perfect timing. I can add this as my SPF step. And let me tell you right now, I blended this out on my arm because I wanted to see like how greasy and sticky this is, because that's one of the things I hate about SPF. I know, sue me, but I hate SPF because of how heavy it can feel. This one, oh my god, it feels really lightweight. It blended out really well, and it didn't leave behind a white cast. It didn't feel heavy or sticky or greasy. It didn't leave any shine behind. It wasn't matte, but it was definitely more lightweight than my other SPFs. So I'm happy to include this in my arsenal. So skincare covered, right? This feels like a lot, but I think this will work, right? For skincare, a moisturizer and all these things. So let's push these to the side. Now we need to talk makeup, and I don't know where to start, so I'm just going to jump into what I have here. So first up, brows. I always do my brows, must have my brow products available. So I have minis of my Gimme Brow from Benefit and their Brow Setter Eyebrow Gel. Should I take these with me, or should I pack the full size like I usually do? With eyebrow pencils, I don't see the big deal. Like, the mini size is not that much smaller. For now, I'm gonna do the mini, but I have this in my backup, so I can take this as well. And I'm going to bring my Make Beauty blade line. I also love this. So we're gonna do these for brows, all right? And then this is gonna kind of be my backup. And with that being said, of course I need an eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to bring my Boost and Lock primer from Sephora. Have this as a backup in my collection, so that's a go. And I have a blending eyeshadow from Smashbox. This is in nude. It is just my skin tone, because sometimes all I'll do is apply concealer, a little bit of a base on my lids, and set it down with powder and be done. Speaking of which, here are the two bases. Ooh, oh my god, oh my god. So, Merit Solo Shadow. This one is in Vachetta. I have two of these, so I already have one in my collection that I'm using. This is the older one, so I'm gonna pack this for travel. And then my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Caramel. This again is my almost done one, so I'm gonna pack these. So these are like my base products for any eyeshadow look that I would be interested in doing. So that's brows and eyes kind of prepped and ready to go. Then we can talk mascara. So I have mini sizes of mascaras, but I feel like I want to just bring my full size since I have the full size available anyway, and also my minis. I know, you're probably like, what the hell? All right, hear me out. The MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. This one is my bottom lash mascara. No one needs to have a separate mascara for their lower lashes, but I do, because that's just how I've always done things. So I'm gonna bring that and be excessive. Now, 3 mascaras. Polite Society, this recently came into my life. They sent me the full size in PR to try out. I fell in love and went ahead and grabbed the mini size. So I have that in my arsenal. I also got this MAC Stack Elevated Mascara in the deluxe sample size from MAC. I believe I got it in like a gift with purchase or like a deluxe sample. I don't know. Either way, I love this mascara as well. I have the full size, so I kind of want to include that. And then I have a full size of my favorite mascara, which is from Huda Beauty. It's the One Coat Wow. I know, this is kind of excessive, but we're gonna just let it happen, all right? So those are basic eye products. Now let's talk about basic face products. So I need a setting spray, just because I've gotten into setting sprays lately. This is my favorite one. It's the Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray from One Size. It's a perfect mini. Love this. But I also have my L'Oreal Infallible 3-second set. I'm gonna take the mini of the One Size and keep my L'Oreal one, but that's my setting spray. I have a mini of my Kosas powder. This is the Cloud Set powder in the shade Pillowy. This is my powder. It looks lighter in the mini than it does in the full size. I don't know why that is, but this is like my all over setting powder. So perfect little mini. And then I have my loose powders in mini. So I have my favorite one from One Size. Oh my God. The shame I am bringing down on myself. Oh my God. So this is the One Size loose powder. It's the ultimate setting powder. The shade I have is Sweet Honey. They also have like the regular translucent, but since they added the Sweet Honey shade in the mini size, I grabbed it and boom, ready to go. And then, oh my God, another Polite Society product. I know it's sneaking up on me. Polite Society, who are you? What are you doing to me? I am not interested in being your friend. But anyway, I got the More Than Pretty powder in Universal Translucent. This one is a great little setting powder. Kelly Gooch is the one that mentioned how much she loves this powder. So I went in store and I saw how sleek this packaging is. Like, isn't that perfect for travel? So this is 2.5 grams. How much is in the One Size? 6.5 grams. So a lot more powder in One Size, but I figure having both, can't steer me wrong. These two are mattifying, and then the Kosas is gonna be just my all over. Now I need a face primer, and here are my options. So I have my L'Oreal Prime Lab 24-hour matte setting primer. This is a full size, but I mean, it's only 1 ounce, so it's travel friendly. I have my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, which is cute. I don't use it every day though, so I don't know why I'm like leaning towards it. I have the Professional, right? This is the light primer. I got that as a deluxe sample size. And then I have my One Size Secure the Sweat primer. So what do we think? I don't know what to do with this. I feel like we can say no to the Professional. Just put that to the side. I feel like the Milk Hydro Grip, I'm debating that one. So let's see, I have a minier size. So this is the mini size that they sell, and then this is the deluxe size that I had gotten. So maybe I can pack the deluxe, right? And then, okay, so I know the Prime Lab from L'Oreal for sure works. I love this, but it's a full size. This One Size one is kind of great too. Would it be overkill if I did all 3 of them? Would I be doing too much? I feel like I need something mattifying, so all right, we're gonna just let me have things. All right, so we're gonna go with that. Now, as far as foundation goes, I tend to pack those last minute because I may go with a skin tint, I may go with a full coverage foundation, I may go with a special occasion foundation, like depending on the trip and what it calls for. Like, I'm going on a work trip next week. For that, I would bring my tinted moisturizer, the one from Lisa Eldridge, because that's easy. I don't need anything fussy for work. So that's what I would bring. But then after that, I'm going to a wedding in New York. For a wedding, I'm going to need a special occasion foundation. So foundations are not going to be a part of this go bag because, again, it's going to be different depending on what the trip is all about. So foundation is off the list, but the primers kind of stay the same. Let's talk about bronzer, because I also love to have bronzer on hand, and I happen to have 2 little travel guys, one from Makeup by Mario. These are his new mini sizes. So he came up with the Soft Sculpt Shape and Sticks in minis. These are perfect little guys to travel with. He also has blushes in this, cream blushes. So I figured I could pack the little mini in dark, which is a great little cream bronzer, perfect size. And then I have this mini sculpt tape from Tarte in the shade Warm Bronze. This I grabbed as a mini from Ulta, and I feel like that would cover me for bronzer. I also low-key want to add my Makeup by Mario bronzer. I like this bronzer. It's the medium dark shade. It's the new formulation, you know, the talc-free whatever. But I love this formulation. And then for my blush, I'm going to pack the Haus Labs blush in French Rosette, because this is an easy shade. It's in the mini size, well, the reformulated, you know, repackaged size. This is perfect for on the go too. And I have other blushes that are similar to this shade that I can use anyway. So like I would have an everyday blush ready to go and my powder bronzer, cream bronzers and all that. So I kind of have cheeks down pat. I would not bring a highlighter unless the occasion calls for it, and I'm not a highlighter girl anyway, so I'm good without a highlighter. I'm gonna see if I have another mini blush that I want to take, because I feel like I need a nudie blush. This one is pretty nudie, but I feel like it's a little bit more colorful, so let me probably pack something a little bit more brown tone. You know what? I didn't even have to think about it much, because I have this other one from Haus Labs. It's the Fire Moon shade, which is a nudie shade. 2 Haus Labs blushes. That's all I need. Perfect. And those will be like everyday blushes. I wouldn't need anything additional. And then for eyeshadows, I have a stack of eyeshadows. All right, hear me out. Eyeshadows, another thing that I would pack dependent on the occasion, but these would be my stand-in little collection. So these are from Sephora collection. All right, here's the thing. These are all singles. So they pop off like this. These are the singles, right? They repackaged these eyeshadows. They're a little bit difficult to open. Like they don't open easily from the little, you see? Ugh. So you have to kind of go. Anyway, the point is, these are easy eyeshadows, a good formula, and beautiful shades. You can build your own stack because these stack together. Look at this. This is why they redid the packaging. You can stack them together. So you just snap them on. Isn't that perfect? So you can put together the shades that you want. So I have a light beige, a neutral tan, a more, this one is a more cool tone brown tan. This one is a deeper, darker brown. And then this one is a neutral gray tone, dark brown. And then the shimmers, I have this shiny champagne, this yellowy golden bronze. Ooh, let's twist that around. This one is a more taupey shade, like a shimmery taupe. This is a dark shimmery brown. And then the last shade is like a, like an olive green. No rhyme or reason for that last shade, but the rest of the shades, you see how I could build an easy neutral look? So that would be my stand-in for eyeshadows. But I do have different singles in my collection. I have a Depotted Juvia's Place Coffee Shop eyeshadow palette that I have set aside in my little travel magnetic palette. Should I show you that? Let me show you. All right, so I have the, let me push these aside. So I have this from Kit Pack. Yes, this is so cute. It's perfect. So it's a bunch of travel palettes. Let me make sure that I have my Juvia's Place one in here, but they're magnetic palettes, really sleek, slimline magnetic palettes. These are meant for makeup artists, but obviously you can use them as a regular makeup consumer. Who's gonna stop you, boo? But I have singles in here. Okay, this is not it. This is not it either. Nope. 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 These are my new ones, so I'll show you what it looks like. They are dual-sided magnetic palettes. You can put shadows on both sides. You also have another option that's colorful and has a mirror. So if you wanted to have a mirror, you can do that, but then you have less space for your eyeshadows. So apparently my Dubious Players palette isn't in this, so let me try and find it. But these are my little kit pack palettes, and you can buy them as a set, so you would get them in this little plastic holder. Again, great for makeup artists because they can pack and snap these into their kits. Really handy. Okay, so I found them. They're in my other little kit pack set. So let's see here. These are a few of the shades from that coffee shop palette, as well as some other singles. These are some more coffee shop eyeshadows, a couple of eyeshadows from Lisa Eldridge, and then, ooh, look at this cute little one. This is from, oh my god, what's that company called? Stand by. Half Magic. I had to grab one of their pencils to figure it out. Half Magic Wet Pebble. So what I would do is create my own little palette using these singles. I have neutrals, you see all the gray tones. Then I have warmer shades and all the shimmers and mattes that I could need. And if I wanted to, I could use one of these palettes for blushes, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to arrange a little, yeah, let's do that right now actually. I'm always cleaning up. Oh my goodness. I hate seeing makeup smudges on my products. It drives me nuts. All right, so let's build a quick palette. We have this stack from Sephora, but I want to make sure I have the different shimmers and mattes that I would need in one of these to-go palettes. All right. Ooh, 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 ooh. And since we already have an empty one, let's just do a new selection altogether. Personally, I love dimensions, so I need dark shadows to go into this palette. So let's grab this guy here. That's a dark plummy matte. This rich deep brown is stunning. Any other, ooh, look at this red tone matte. Perfect. Scoot over, will ya? I feel like this warm brown is calling my name. So let's put that one in as well. Then we have this warm brown too. We're gonna choose between them. And then I have this one. I think these may actually be depotted from the same palette, but somehow I have two. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I depotted two. Yeah. Now I remember they're duplicates. So just bring one of them. How about this gray toned one? I feel like that needs to go too. And then I love having a peachy shade. And then you can't go wrong with an ivory. And then which shade is this? I feel like I like that one, but let's swatch that out in a second. I feel like I really love this shade, how it's looking over there. This is like a blackened gray tone brown, but that's kind of more matte. So let's put that on the matte side. Do we feel like that's enough for the dark browns, or should I add another dark brown? I'm gonna swatch them and see which ones look like they're necessary. Here's another dark one. All right, I think we're done with the dark mattes. See what I have here? But let me swatch out a couple of the shades that look similar. So this dark brown, that's more red tone. So we have a neutral and a red tone. Let's see, this one is also kind of neutral. This one is neutral, but it has a little bit of shimmer. All right, I think I'm going to do this one and this one. So this can go back, And we'll keep these two. And this matte is very similar to this one. Which one do I want to keep? This is more ivory than, well, that's straight ivory. This is more peachy. I like having light shades though, you know? But I feel like I don't need both of these. I mean, I could, technically. I don't even know which one to choose. I'm just gonna do both. All right, now let's do shimmers. I want to add these two Depotted Pat McGrath shades. This is from the Coffee Shop palette. These are like taupey shades. Oh my God, this shade is so pretty. So we're adding that one for sure. Ooh. And then, this brown, is that different? No, that's the same brown, just depotted. We have this gold. This one is more bronzy. So we can add that one. This, let me see these. I mean, come on, right? This one, I think I swatched that one already. This, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely going. Let me see the Pat McGrath one. Oh my God, look at that Pat McGrath one. Oh my God, Pat McGrath. What do you think, guys? All those shimmers need to go, right? For sure. I don't really do copper, so we can skip those. Let me see this one. Oh my God, who made these shades? Like, why are they so stunning? What is this? What is this color? Where is it from? I love it so much. Put it in the palette, please. I mean, oh my God. All right, and, ooh, this looks pretty too. No, I mean, I can do without that one. Let's see this one. Do without that one too. And I mean, that one is a little bit more gray toned. Can you see? I'm here swatching my life out. We have this gray tone on already. So do we need, yeah, we don't, well, let me see again. Let me see again. Yeah, I don't really need that one. No, I don't need that one. All right. And then Wet Pebble from Half Magic. I mean, come on. So let's put the Wet Pebble in. And then this final little matte. And I think that's our palette. Stunning, okay? So I'm gonna pack the, you know what? I'm gonna put a little tissue paper over these just to keep them separate because we have mattes on one side and then the shimmer. So I wanna keep them separate from each other. And that's the only issue with these palettes is they don't straight up offer that separation. And if I was truly going ham and overpacking, I would pack one separate palette with mattes and one with shimmers. But we're not trying to do that. That's not the point of this exercise. We are trying to just have a simple, easy go bag. And I know I don't wear eyeshadow enough on trips for me to justify taking all the different shades. So I think just this one palette and the Sephora little stack will do. All right. That's it for the eyeshadows. All right, I did a quick little DIY with a little plastic insert. Perfect. Now my palette is ready to go. Let me get these out of my way and we will talk tools, brushes, and lips. All right, so for lips, I have this little case from Sephora and this set from Huda Beauty, which is a trio of lip glosses. So there's a clear, there's a pink, and there's like a tan rose. These are minis. This is perfect. And then I also have my Summer Fridays miniature lip balm set. This I got from Holiday, I think last year. And this has all the shades I would need. The only thing is, if I wanted to add a lip liner, which I can add lip liners. Let me see which ones would fit. Okay, perfect. My Juvia's Place lip liners fit actually. And I think those are the perfect shades to add because I have different nudie shades. Yeah, like I have all these different browns, right? Warm, neutral, dark brown, more of a tan shade. I can use all these. They're perfectly fine. And then any additional lip color that I want to take with me, again, if it's special occasion, maybe I want to take a red or like a bright fuchsia on a summer holiday, depending on my outfits too. So any of those special types of shades, I'm just gonna reserve for last minute packing because that makes the most sense. But since I have pencils in here, I am also going to add my sharpener. And you know what? I'll actually pack two, one for eye pencils and one for lip pencils. So I'll just put them in here. And then my eye pencil, I'm going to take my Makeup by Mario pencil. This is the one I'm currently using. So I'm gonna pack this one since it's shorter and replace it with my new one in my collection. Oh, and my lip balm from Paula's Choice. This is my lip screen. I always use this lip balm no matter what. So I'll pack that in here. And that will be everything for lips. This was just a bag from Sephora, by the way. I purchased one of their travel brush sets, which came in that little pouch. Let me throw this in there as well. This is from RMS Beauty. It's their eye lights in the shade Flare. I love this cream eyeshadow. So I'm going to add this to my eyeshadows because I love a one and done, and this is one of my perfect one and done shades. Love that. And then I grabbed this concealer from the Sephora collection. It's the Best Skin Ever. And I love this concealer. I can use it all over or use it under my eyes. So I'm just going to pack this. It's not opened yet. And yeah, that will do. Oh my God, look at this mini Dior lip gloss. Oh my God, it's a lip maximizer. Oh, it's so cute. I got this as a gift of purchase. I'm going to add this into my lip bag. It's too cute. It's too cute not to. I have to. And then the concealers, I have this one from Too Faced as well as from Tarte. So these are minis. The Too Faced one is Butterscotch, and then the Tarte one is Tan Deep Sand. Let's swatch these out because I think these, yeah, these should work in a pinch, and they're minis, so they're actually exactly for travel. And I would have options for brightening because the Tarte one is a little bit lighter. Yeah. I'm going to pack these two. These are too cute. That's the Too Faced one, and that's the Tarte one. Perfect! So then all we have left are tools and brushes. So let me kind of get these out of the way a bit. All right, so we are doing tools. First up is my mirror. This is from Impressions Vanity. I actually got this as a gift in PR from Kiehl's, and it's like the perfect little mirror for travel. Hi. Oh my God. So it folds out. It's LED, and you can change the temperature setting. Love that. It's USB chargeable. Think it's the, where's the connection? Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh, it's a special connection. So I have to make sure I pack that or charge this completely. Have that. I also have my little razor blade here. I use this for my brows or for microplaning where I just remove fuzzies. This is from the Sephora collection. It has refills and then it's perfect. It's in this great little case. That works out. I also have my brow brush with a spoolie, that's from Morphe. My eyelash applicator. Speaking of eyelashes, oh my goodness, let me grab those too. I have my little travel scissors. Sometimes, depending on the TSA agent, depending on the country you're in, if I travel domestically, I don't usually have a problem taking this in my carry-on luggage. but internationally, Jamaica has given me an issue, and Switzerland, they took my scissors. I'll still take my scissors in a carry-on if that's all I'm taking with me. If I have checked luggage, then I'll pack it in my checked luggage. But I take the chance with this pair because it's not my favorite pair of scissors. My favorites stay in my collection, just like my tweezers. But I've been asked that before, so I figured I'd address it. Yeah, I do pack the scissors in my carry-on without issue. I have TSA pre-check, but that doesn't always help you out in an international country. All right, lashes. I do wear lashes on special occasions, and sometimes I want to get sassy. So even though, honestly, on a work trip, I'm not gonna wear lashes. It makes no sense to really pack lashes all the time, but I'm gonna pack these anyway because they're easy. So I have a pack of self-stick clusters from Velour. These don't need glue. You stick them on, reuse them, perfect. And Lily Lashes has these no glue needed ones too. They're self-adhesive. These are just outer lashes. So, or half lashes. So I'm just gonna take these 2 sets, and I wouldn't need anything else. Honestly, even special occasions, that's all I would use. But just in case, I'll also bring this little mini brush on glue. How cute is this? This is from Lily Lashes. I don't know where I got this, but it was probably in one of those lash sets or a lash kit. Adorable. Never opened it, so it should be good. And then look at this little mini Fix Plus. Shut your mouth, okay? I have the actual mini of Fix Plus, but I don't want to bring this whole thing because what I use Fix Plus for is to wet my eyeshadows. So I'll bring this little mini. I mean, look at the space I'm saving. Look how cute. But I'll bring this guy in case I want to dampen my eyeshadows. And that should be it for those tools. Let's talk brushes. So I have this mini Morphe travel set. It came in this beautiful little travel case. And we have a powder brush, perfect for applying my setting powder. We have a mini blush brush. Again, perfect for my blush application. This is a under eye powder brush, or you can use it for highlighter. And they also have these little eye brushes included. Oh my God! They have the little mini spoolie also. I don't need to take the big one. Perfect. This is why I'm doing this video too, to help myself go through what I'm packing so I don't overpack. And then the Sephora travel brushes. Remember that little kit that I put the lip products in? This is what was in that little bag. So this is another powder brush. Do I need to take this as well as this one? I prefer this one from Morphe. I feel like I could use this for blush too though, or bronzer. So I'll take this as well. Then we have this other kind of blushy brush. I'll think about this one. I'll put it to the side for now. And we have this foundation brush. You know what though? I could use this for foundation as well as this. And then I could use this for powder. So I'll take these. I'll think about this one for a second. Then we have a shader brush and a eyeshadow brush. And this one from Sephora is a multitasking eye. So I'll hang on to these for a second because I have a ton of other brushes that I put aside. And I just want to make sure that I'm not overdoing it. All right. I tend to overdo it when it comes to brushes, honestly. I'm not gonna even pretend. I have this small brush from Sigma. This could also be a foundation brush. Let me, this would be a foundation brush. So it's these two. I have blending brushes. Okay, I need this one for sure because I apply my concealer under my brows with it. Then I need a bronzer or contour, but I'm not even doing contour, am I? But I could. So if I'm doing like a jaw contour, I would use this little one. This is from Refer. It's the LCO2. Perfect little size. I do have the one from BK Beauty as well, the 109. But which one do I prefer? Ooh. I feel like I prefer right now the Refer one. So I'll take the Refer one. I'll put the BK Beauty one aside. because Refer also has the larger one, the LC3. And I feel like I can do my bronzer along my hairline with this, and then any precise contouring with that. So perfect from Refer. For eyeshadow brushes, because everything else is eyeshadow right now. You know what I need? A concealer brush. Hold on. I have this one from Refer. It's the number 36. It's shaped like a finger. I can use it for my under eye concealer. You see how wide it is? So it's perfect for that. Refer has great brushes. In case you were ever interested and wanted a great price point for natural hair brushes or fude style brushes, check out Refer. I have my affiliate link down below. They have great sales all the time. They also have their concept store where you can get discounted brushes for leaving a review. So consider checking them out in case you were interested. You don't have to use my link, but if you wanted to support the channel, that's a great way. And they have, like I said, like great little brushes that you can use for different things. This brush is from Fenty. I use this for my eyeshadow base, so I need that one. Let's see here. What is this for? This is if I wanted to do like an all over color, but I feel like I'm not gonna, hold on. Let me put this to the side. Let's think about that one. For blender brushes, I need multiples, okay? I'm just like that. So I need different sizes. I have 2 small size one, a really dense one, 2 fluffy ones. Yeah, and then I had a third. Okay, so I think this is enough for my blender brushes. I use blender brushes so much, so I'm gonna take those. We can do away with the Morphe one. Yeah, put that to the side. Shader brushes, let's see here. We have this little multitasking one from Sephora. I'm gonna pack that since it's small. And then let's pack the shader brush at 242 because lower lash line, I'll use that. We can use this for eyeshadow bases as well, so I'll pack that. Let's see what else. Okay, this one I love for dense application. This is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. A pencil brush for my inner tear duct. And then we have a bunch of shader brushes. Do I need all of these? Yes, because I'm not gonna necessarily clean on the go. Yes, and then this extra one. Okay, I think the brushes are good. I think. So we have these extras that I don't need. Okay, so I did end up getting rid of 5 actually. 5 brushes that I overpacked. I think that's good, guys. Oh my God, I feel so good about that. So that's everything that I'm packing for my go bag. Before I forget, let me mention this. Oh my God. So I have a beauty blender. So I do have a sponge that I travel with. It's in the beauty blender case. So my little beauty blender. But what's great about this is it comes with a brush cleanser. So my little soap, didn't open it yet, but it has the brush cleanser and a little pad that you can clean your brushes. And it has a little separator, so even if I open this and it gets wet, I can still tuck it in the side and travel with my sponge in this handy dandy case. And it's ventilated, so my sponge can dry. Isn't this cute? This is perfect for travel. And since this video got way too long, I'm going to do a pack with me video showing you my actual makeup travel bag, which I absolutely love. It's really adorable, really cute. And then in that video, I might throw in the Kit Pack palettes just so you can get a little bit more information on them, like the different sets, the sizes, how they fit different eyeshadows, and just like how they work. I'll give you a little bit more details on them. That sounds good? That's fair? All right, let's wrap this video up. All right, guys, so there you have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing what I have packed in my makeup go bag. Like I mentioned, I have a few trips coming up and I love to travel anyway, so I expect to be traveling quite a bit. Now that the baby's older, she has her passport, she is quite a trooper and travels really well, so I am excited to take her with me on the go. And now there's one less thing for me to worry about, which is my makeup. Not that I wear a ton of makeup on vacation, but it's good to have these products available for when I do want to wear makeup, for when I want to get dressed up for a night out, or I just want to put on a face. I mean, who doesn't love putting on makeup? So there you have it. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you would include in your makeup go bag, your staples, your can't live without products that you just have to have on the go. Let me know in the comments down below. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.